Vietnam wants Japan to become its largest investor, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc said at a business forum between the two countries in Hanoi on Tuesday, as part of Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's official visit to Vietnam.
Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc said Japan ranks second among 142 countries and territories, pouring $42 billion in FDI into Vietnam. Japan is also Vietnam's largest ODA provider. Appreciating the role of the two business circles, he said they have made precious contributions to the sustainable and long-term development of the bilateral strategic partnership. The government is determined to improve the business climate and aims to be among the top ASEAN countries in terms of investment environment. The Prime Minister is keen for Japanese firms to invest in such spheres as green growth, development cooperation projects, infrastructure, manufacturing, and especially the equitization of Vietnam's state-owned enterprises and support local startups.
We want not any other country but Japan to be Vietnam's largest investor. I want to reaffirm Vietnamese enterprises' belief in the honesty, loyalty, and hardworking nature of Japanese firms. I also told Prime Minister Abe this. Vietnamese firms that I know with Japanese strategic partners are glad thanks to the decency and goodness of Japanese firms.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe said ASEAN is now a global growth hub, and Vietnam is part of that, noting that more than 1,600 Japanese companies are operating in the country. He highly valued the contributions made by Japanese firms to Vietnam's development and hoped the enterprises will continue to operate in Vietnam and foster cooperation with Vietnamese firms. He asked Prime Minister Phúc and the Vietnamese government to continue supporting his country's businesses, saying that Japanese firms hope to help with local economic development through transferring technology and human resource training.
The Prime Ministers of Japan and Vietnam attended a joint business panel for the first time yesterday. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc said that the trust in Japanese partners, along with reform efforts, had created favorable conditions to attract investors, creating greater motivation for businesses of both sides to predict development in trade and investment relations in the future. More in the following.
Today we can feel very clearly the expectations of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc in our relationship with Vietnamese partners. This is especially significant since the last few days we have met with Japanese officials who are working in Vietnam.
We deeply feel the message of Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc in terms of transparent government, created to serve the business community, not only of Vietnam, but also of the FDI business community, including Japan. These were received respectfully by the Japanese.
My job is to support Japanese companies to promote trade in Vietnam. Today we heard the head of the government gave proposals to advise our business. This shows that Vietnamese side is very welcoming.
For us, a notable problem is access to information. We hope the government finds a way so that businesses can easily have access to current statistics, specific reports, and precise information so that we can plan better strategies.
We hope that the Japanese government facilitate entry into new markets, such as legal issues, and to support new businesses coming to Japan. In Japan, currently flight frequency is very high. We look forward to finding good time slots, which are convenient for our and their businesses.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe also visited Hanoi-based Vietnam National University and the VNU's Vietnam-Japan University on Tuesday during his official visit to Vietnam. The VNU President Nguyễn San proposed Prime Minister Abe promote official development assistance in building the Vietnam-Japan University, as well as its organizational, operational, and financial regulations. The Japanese Prime Minister underlined the university as an important element of the cooperation between Japan and Vietnam, training high-quality human resources for both countries. He added students would be Vietnam's future human resources, and they would contribute to the development of bilateral relations. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc left a